Hello. Yeah, I'm doing more Call of Cthulhu. How do you say it? Cthulhu? Cthulhu.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Cthulhu. Anyway, I'm playing more with this. More investigation times. Try some lunch. After the previous Dark Souls run, I think everybody left that stream hungry. Oh yeah, this looks promising. Yeah. All useful information here. I'm starting to feel that the rotates there just for lols. They don't expect you to rotate. There's no secrets on the back. A bit fancy, isn't it?
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
They gotta level up all that medicine. I still find it a bit odd how there's all these lights are just giving off like an eerie steam. God, I'm literally gonna walk out of here a surgeon. Walked in and nobody. Just read a few books and suddenly I'm a brain surgeon. Look at that. If you're doing why I'm constantly doing ducking, by the way, like that. This is my shortcut to mute myself. I've just had a cheeky coffee with some Nutella
What
in,
happened here?
and my throat's going, you need to clear your throat.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
I'm sure I can't. Yeah, I can't go in there. Not through the window.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals?
What are they? Oh, little cockroaches. Lovely.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Oh no.
Charles Hawkins?
What was he doing here? All spicy squid face.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
But we're losing our minds.
Put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
It's a bit odd, isn't it? A load of cockroaches there.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Oh no, puzzles. 3 cylinders. Lots of stuff there. Yes, more medical professions.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Yeah, I don't know why we keep getting sleeping pills.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet? Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
That's got 2 on. So is that Greek?
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Well, these are definitely the
How
clues.
many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions.
Another volume by Arkham Edition. Is that it? Is that all of them? And all the Arkham editions?
Cylinders that
Oh,
Drake
no.
tried to hide. Perhaps listen
Okay.
to them.
And that will tell us what Arkham editions to look at, I assume. Where's your record player? Oh,
Things are not looking good.
where's your phonograph? God. Where would you keep your phonograph? Am I being exceptionally blind? Must be. Oh my god, how am I supposed to listen to these things? Maybe I'm just supposed to listen. Yeah, so I've got to find a phonograph somewhere. Under that? No. Actually, it'll be in plain sight. I'm just being a total moron. There it is. There it is.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Almost
And
useless.
these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry.
Oh, maybe that's
And
the book.
I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay, well, let's go see what lists we've got over here.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
The story doesn't... I don't think that was one of them.
What did Drake say about this collection?
No.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Yeah, I don't think it was that one. None of these are filling me with
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Either I've been exceptionally
What do
unlucky,
Drake say about this collection?
or oh, did he mention poems?
Drake talked about a particular volume.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Dr. Google, Dr. Google, let's look what Dr. Google says here. Alright, okay, so number 5 for this one. 5, yeah. Number 3. Number 9. There we go. Congratulations if you solved that yourself there, chat. I most certainly did not. It's a bit of a shame because I've played most of the survival horror games which aren't puzzle games. Oh dear. Now all these new ones I'm trying, unfortunately end up being puzzle games. But the story in them are really good. Oh god. Chapter 8. Things are moving fast. It was covered in human skin. Nice. Rim will join the chat.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
He's being drugged, dear.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
No, 1 second. Touch is pestering me.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Oh no.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
He's a nasty pasty, that Dr. Fuller.
This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told, after inhaling chemicals.
Oh, maybe it's the green stuff.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang.
Cat.
They call her Cat.
One thing to mention as well, like when I'm playing
I
this,
see.
just when I move the mouse, it's really sluggish and it keeps coming back to her.
That'll do for the time being.
No, I can't do it now.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
If I move but then don't move it again, like oh god.
Very well. I'll examine
If
him.
you just kind of scroll and then lift the mouse up, it just kind of it lets you further than you should be able to. That doesn't
His
sound
skin
interesting now I'm
shows
saying about it, but
abnormal loss of color and
odd.
seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. 30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an
Hey Cringe Lord. That's a
Slight
name, isn't it?
protuberances seem to
Lord of
indicate
Cringe.
The presence of a foreign body.
Oh
So,
no.
Doctor,
He's been on the
and
squid oil again.
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
He has something in his belly.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
Oh wow. I don't think
It's
anybody
not
ever
like
watches the
he's
YouTubes.
pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that should...
Which one were you watching?
We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know,
Don't listen to Dr. Fuller.
I'm
He's
not
an idiot.
sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
He's
I see
dehydrated.
signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier,
He seemed to feel better?
yes, like he needs an aquarium.
Oh,
not
he's
perfusion.
turning into a squid.
That doesn't explain his condition.
Becoming a real squid boy.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes, they can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips.
I wonder if this is Charles what's his face?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation.
Old Charles Hawkin.
You have to.
Can't be.
I almost
Yes.
don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't
Oh
tell me
god,
you're
he's an alien.
extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations.
One thing I don't
This
understand.
transformation
I'll wait till I
is
finish.
killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
Oh, here he
I pray
comes.
that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not?
Yes,
Those
that's what I want to
people
touch on.
were guinea pigs.
There. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
Right, so at this point so far, right, we've seen that there's people going down to the not catacombs, whatever they are, the caves underneath the dock area. People going there worshipping the old gods, and that's where Squid Face McGee was, right? So cool, we know about them. Then we keep seeing the bottles of squid oil or whatever it is dotted around, and I assume he's injecting people. So this dude here, I'm unsure if a lot of the people in this place are just normal people who have ended up here, and he's just given them squid oil, turning them into squid people or whatever, or whether these are all people who are worshipping the cult and are coming here because of that, who may also have had squid oil or not. I don't know. It's very confusing, and his juddering is kind of freaking me out a little bit.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
He knows. He
This
knows.
amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
I can't help but thinking almost any game I've played where they want a creepy doctor person, they just give them like a really odd... Is it like a German
Dr. Fuller is this institution's
German accent or something?
one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Yeah, definitely. Whoa. They're not really proof. We'll stay out of this for now.
Involved in this. You've done enough already.
But doctor, this
She'll end up
man
turning
is
into a
dying.
squid.
There's nothing we can do about it. He's in the hands of Dr. Fuller. Do you wish to end up like Elizabeth? With a diploma from Nightingale and the chores of a cleaning lady?
No, you're right.
Let me do my own investigation. It's time I found those missing files.
And where would you find those? In his office. What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Michael's most dialogue-heavy bit in the game. Yeah, the Heroes of Hammerwatch one, that was an interesting one. We've played normal Hammerwatch before, and that was okay. But that was probably like, what, 8 years ago or something? It was when Hammerwatch first came out. And Heroes of Hammerwatch was just... It was just a mess. A massive mess that kept getting messier.
Like half the island.
Unfortunately, Rolf's recent... Well, I say unfortunately. It's good. Congratulations, Rolf. He recently had a kid. I say recently. They're like 6-7 months old now. So he'll probably be coming back soon. But we haven't had as many co-op things recently. DP and I have co-oped a bit, but yeah, I quite like the co-op lols. But that game, oh, it was so frustrating. There's this one bit on the playthrough. I did like a little highlights reel, which was just some of the... I mean, I thought they were slightly funny, but obviously that's down to the viewer to decide. But there's one bit where, because Mez, he's the Deborah character, the Deborah, the Debbie, whatever. He's always that character, and he always dies. And there's one bit where he dies in like one of the shortcut rooms, and nobody wants to res him. We're all dancing around this body. Ah, fucking Deborah. Oh, right, let me... Investigation mode. Serious face. Let's have a quick look-see. A look-see.
broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Oh, what? That was a jerky head reset that. But the I thought the here's how much, because we got like 3/4 of the way, well, maybe about half the way through that, and I was seriously just losing my mind because it was like it seemed like me and TP were okay. We were able to survive. Me and Mandelbrot, I think that's what his character was called at the end. We were doing okay, but then Wolf, who was the Willy, and whatever Deborah called herself, they were just liabilities.
She's stable. Given her file,
And I was like,
would have been inevitable.
oh my god.
But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Squid oils. Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, I can't play any more of this. I'm literally screaming inside trying to redo these same levels. And then, I don't know, they got good. Or maybe we just carried them a bit better, I don't know. But we did manage to finish it in the end. Oh, it was delightful. Oh, a key.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room.
We'll take it, maybe?
Not where I expected to find it. The key
Take
to
it.
the boiler
Oh,
room.
god.
Not where I expected to find
But we
it.
did do Earth Defense Force after that. And that was hilarious. Well, I say that again. To me, I'm quite easily amused. But it was just literally me just spamming the save me button over and over. Oh, it was delightful.
Insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
It's a shame that Gooch hasn't been on much, because Gooch is quite a fun guy to play with, because he's such an idiot. Why has he got a cord in his chest? Oh, for straitjacket.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This
The
patient
boys,
has been
yes,
brought up
yes.
to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination.
I'm pretty sure pentobarbital, I think that's what they use for the lethal injection. I think.
His binds left bloody wounds.
And the reason why, because I've known everybody, I've known Mez, Tom, who he hasn't played much with us, not the Gooch, the other Tom. Rolf. I've known them since I was like 16. I went to college with them in university. And Rolf just lives down the road from me. And TP, I met him at work like 10 years ago or something. But we've all known each other for ages. But Kirsty, whenever she's referencing us, just calls us the boys and things. And gender's the same, so we just call them the boys. But most of the people who I stream with, I know in real
His
life.
lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
So, doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Put him in the bin.
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he
Yeah, I think it's
reopens
about
them.
10 years. It might be
Do you
longer.
have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Yeah, get it sorted, nurse. Well, I'm nearing 40. I don't know when I'll be 40. But it's on the horizon at some point. Maybe in a few years. I stopped remembering age after a certain point. You need to remember your date of birth. Because people ask you that. Like, what's your date of birth? And you have to recall it. And it's like, oh god, I better cache that information. But actual age, that's not as important.
Dr. Colden.
But back when we were younger, me, Rolf, there was a group of like 10 of us. Before the internet was properly a thing, well, in the UK anyway. I used to work in a computer shop, and we had a cyber cafe there with Unreal Tournament and loads of other games hooked up. And we used to do like LAN nights where they just basically pay like £5 and just crash all night in the LAN thing.
Gentlemen, may I
So it's kind of an evolving of that, really, where we used to play games all the time together.
She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
But I mean, I started gaming when I was probably about 5 or 6, I think. I got given an Atari 480 or something it was. It was a really old one, like back in the days of Dig Dug. I was like, yeah, sit there, boy. Sit there and play your silly games.
to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Caring family there. Yeah, LAN pies. It's crazy how gaming's changed. I mean, this is one thing that... It's a double-edged sword, because on one hand, I'm slightly saddened by it all, but on the other hand, it makes everything a bit more,
Patients and hospital personnel
goodness.
eat the same food.
Yeah, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, because back when I was a kid, or like, most of my fond gaming memories were like, oh no, you have to do the hide and seek. Oh no, not, thank God. Yeah, I used to, like, a friend of mine would get a game, we'd go around to their house, and we'd sit there on the old TVs, which were the size of, like, cars, and watch, like, oh, he's gonna play... I remember my friend getting Resident Evil 1, like, when it first came on the PlayStation, I was like, whoa, mind blown. Like, 10 years old or something, and it's like this B-movie game, and I'm like, this is amazing. And even before that, playing, like, Mario and stuff. They were literally mini fridges, and they hummed as well. And, yeah, it was great just being able to just sit there and kind of, like, play the game while chatting to a friend. They'd be like, oh, I'm rubbish at this, but you have a go. And you'd be pressing the control around. I really like that era of gaming. And now, because the internet and multiplayer is so kind of
The operating
prolific
room is never
online,
accessible after an operation.
it's hard to get that experience. I mean, me, Rolf, Tom, again, not Gooch to the Tom, and TP, we'd often meet up and do playthroughs on actual games, like all the Mass Effect games. We did. Oh, I'm not gonna sneak it. Can I sneak into
Let's
his room?
hope I can go through the administration office.
Yeah, we used to actually just crash around at each other's houses and just blitz again, like Dark Souls. Every single Dark Souls, we got that day one, and then we just basically blitzed it through together. And same with Mass Effect, Alien Isolation. We did loads of them. But it was always a case of we'd pick someone's house, we'd crash around at their house for the weekend, complete the game, go our separate ways. Because I wouldn't normally play single player games. But then when COVID hit, it was harder to schedule everybody meeting up, and that's when I kind of started streaming.
Pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedules.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Oh, we saw the pictures before. Sarah Hawkins had some of them. But yeah, so this is kind of like a nice halfway house, because at least I get to chat to people like yourself, and some of the people I know, and I get to complete some of the single player games.
Talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no.
Oh.
You can imagine
But it's good though. It's good because it means that it's far more accessible for people. It's all well and good me having these nostalgic memories, but nobody really wants to go back to the days of, oh, you want to play a game with somebody? Better lug your computer around to their house and bring a null modem cable. No one's advocating that. But there is definitely, I feel like while gaming is in some ways a lot more social now than it used to be, it's kind of a bit more distant social, or a bit more abstracted. But it's still good because I get to like interact with lots of other people, and especially on some of the more story-driven games, where people can discuss their stories of like how they played through the game and what happened to them. That's why I quite like Dark Souls series. I mean, one of my friends is currently playing it, and the stories they're coming out with on like their playthrough and how they got lost and ended up fighting somebody and getting bats and things. It's same with sort of Elder Scrolls games.
She's a witch, an old hag.
What sort of games do you play? Right, I need that
I
boiler
don't
room
have any
key.
business in the boiler room.
Oh, have we been in here?
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Oh, that was the dude before, was it? Past year or two. Because I can't even remember what happened in the past year or two. I'm quite a patient gamer as well, so I tend to get them later on. So I could probably give you games that I've played in the past 2 years. They might not have been released in the past 2 years. I'd have to think. Oh god, what's been released? Let me have a quick look on Dr. Google, see what game's been released, and I'll... Games released in 2020. 2020 in video games. Oh, there's a lot of... Oh, Persona... Oh no, that's Persona 5 Royale. Royal a Royale with cheese. I like Persona 5, but can we count that? It's good, it's good. Well, I mean, it depends on... I mean, some people would say big rigs over the road racing's good, but it's good so far because there's a good story. The mechanics are quite good with like the whole leveling up stuff and things. Oh, I'm not PS, so I can't level up. But it's a good game. There's some puzzles though. But having played Song of Horror before this, Song of Horror had far more puzzles, and I'm not good at puzzles. That requires my brain. Overwatch is good. I played that for a bit. I'm not much of a competitive guy these days. I used to be when I was younger, like on Unreal Tournament and Quake 3. At one point, I was actually in a guild, well, a clan, we called them back then, which was top 3 in the UK for CTF. I'm awful now, and to be fair, I think we were just very lucky at the time. But yeah. And also, I haven't got a console. Well, I have got a console, but I never use it. So, Yakuza 0 was apparently released. No, it can't be in the past 2 years. This list's rubbish. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult for me to give you a top 5 in the past 2 years. I don't even know what year we're in anymore. Well, I used to be, but I played that... You got to remember, right? So, first-person shooters were huge around... Oh, just to jump over to the horrors. It's great for... If you love Lovecraftian stuff, it's brilliant. I mean, I've read the short stories, and... Oh, what's he doing here? Interesting. I'll talk to him in a minute. I've read the short stories, and I like Eternal Darkness and stuff like that. So I thought, well, coming into this, hopefully it'll be like that. And it is. It's very good. If you like those sorts of things, you like this. In terms of first-person shooters, I do like them. But back when I was younger, the days of like Doom, Quake, Hexen, Blood, all those ones, I played that many first-person shooters. And it was new and novel, and it was like, wow. And I think Kingpin was really good, and Soldier of Fortune, which was like one of the first ones where you had dismembered people and stuff. They were all really good. But then it just got stale. And I think it wasn't until Modern Warfare, the first, Call of Duty 4 or whatever it was, came out that I was like, oh, this is quite a good first-person shooter. And I kind of got back into them for a bit in Modern Warfare 1, 2. But then they just kind of got a bit streamlined, and I was like, pfft. And I'm rubbish now anyway. I'm like the least coordinated person when it comes to shooting games and stuff. So I don't mind. I prefer more cooperative, like Payday. I really like Payday. Played Payday 1 and 2 to death. We did Remnant of the Ashes. That was quite good. What other first-person shooters have we done? I play a lot of VR at the moment as well. And VR's got a lot of shooting, but that's completely different skill set, because with that, you're actually having to shoot like you would do in real life, with aiming with your hand and stuff rather than aiming with the mouse, which is a different skill entirely. If anybody lets you have a go of a Quest or any VR headset, give it a try. VR's great. Although it's a bit like Marmite for some people. Yeah, Payday 2. I thought Payday 1 from a cinematic perspective
What are you doing here?
was a bit better.
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Yeah, so this guy here, we met him earlier, and we saw him die, but he wasn't dead.
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
Oh, he's on the squid juice.
Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's
Would
like
you
I'm
believe
turning
half
mad.
the town is, buddy?
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
Also, the horrors. It's worth noting I'm about halfway through the game at this point, so quite a lot's happened up to now. So I won't say too much because I don't want to spoil it for you if you play it.
We don't have any medication
But
left.
I think the game really starts to get traction at about chapter 3 or 4.
I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Do you want something?
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patience here.
Where did my fiancé go?
Who's dead, mate? You want to leave?
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
It looks like big wheels of
Please,
cheese.
The fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll
Oh,
be finished.
blah blah blah. Fine, stay in your room. Yeah, Payday 1 I thought was a lot better cinematically done than Payday 2. But Payday 2 mechanically and gameplay-wise was a lot better. I mean, they put so much DLC and stuff into that.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Right. Let's go back here. There was a key. Get the key. Use key on room. Thanks, buddy. I mean, you're more than happy to watch, but I would say that there's... The thing is, once the story gets going, it's going. There's lots of stuff happening. There's not that many characters involved, so it's quite easy to track what's happening. But at the same time, like with all the Lovecraftian things, there's like a bit of depth to it, but it's only if you're investigating things and stuff. But if you're going to play it, I'd seriously recommend, yeah, just stop watching now. Go have a play later. And then come back and let us know how you got on. Because it's a very good game. And if you like this one, and you like puzzle games, have a look at Song of Horror, because I did that before this. And that was a very good game as well, although it's very puzzle heavy. You need like a PhD in puzzleology to be any good at that one.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Thanks, health and safety man.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag.
Who says that? Who's a witch? Tell me your secrets.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
I do not want to study that, Squidgy. That's for people of like yourself who have the higher intellect than us apes.
I didn't make this up. And
Oh
I'm
my
the one who
God.
pays. What a pest.
I'd be worried that people would be watching me. Watch me have a little bath. This is quite good as well, though, Squidgy, I would say. I wouldn't say it's a puzzle game. It's a horror game with elements of puzzles. I mean, the puzzles aren't super hard. It's just... It's a tricky one. So, if I was playing this by myself and I wasn't streaming, I might spend the time on some of the puzzles, properly understanding them, and trying to work out how to do them. I may act like a bit of a gibbon, but I have some intellect when I need it. But the problem is it takes a while.
If I understand correctly.
And it's hard to talk and think and control stuff at the same time. And in this game, it's not too bad because the puzzles are quite easy so far. I've only had to ask Dr. Google for help
The
once.
answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
But I can't open Fuller's office door. But in Song of Horrors, for example, which Squidgy saw as well, on that it was like, you will solve the puzzles in a timely fashion or you will die.
Go through the administration office.
Administration office. That's surgical ward. This is the administration office. Almost like if I paid attention to what they were saying, I could have done the things they wanted to. Don't worry about me.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm just crawling around.
Dr. Cole.
Ain't no thing.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
Right, we
I
need
will
to
tell him,
distract her.
Nonetheless.
Oh, okay, Miss Donovan. Put her in the cupboard. How far in are you, Squidgy, by the way, on Song of Horror now? I know you said you were feeling a bit ill, so you probably haven't played that much. Bookcase one. I can't even remember that one. Yeah, on some of them it was like, I don't understand. Like, historically, the only game where I've really been frustrated with a puzzle was in Alundra. If anybody's played Alundra, well, if you haven't played Alundra and you like Zelda, go try Alundra. It was a game on the PlayStation. Brilliant 2D top-down Zelda-esque game. But on that, anyway, I think it's like 3/4 of the way through the game, there's this puzzle to do with priests, and you've got to do something in a certain order, and the clue is rubbish. And I was just like, I don't have a clue, and I was so frustrated. And this was kind of like the days before we had proper internet with walkthroughs. And I just ended up me and a friend just kept taking turns, like hours and hours of trying different combinations until it finally worked. Ah, so much rejoicing. Oh, that's good, no deaths. Are you on hard mode, or are you on the easy mode like me?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
He's not nice, this Miss Donovan.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
Oh, missed. I can't bring myself to play that.
Imagine if there were a leak.
That's pure puzzles.
Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see.
Need that boiler room key.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, well, I think it was the end of episode 3 I got to. Luckily, I only had to redo episode 2, but episode 3 was very sketch. But after doing that, I realised, I read online, oh, they've updated it so you can reduce the difficulty. And I was in there, like foaming at the mouth, reduce the difficulty! Oh my god. Yeah, I remember seeing a friend play some of it, and it looked interesting. But yeah, it was just like, the puzzles were nonsensical to me.
The door to the boiler room is locked. Where did I see that key?
Yes, now she wants the key.
Yes, the office in Block B.
Because like this sort of thing, yeah, I won't class this as a puzzle. This is just find something, get through to a room. But there are obvious puzzles in like the episode I was just in. They had there we go.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water.
They had a
Hope
cylinder
Donovan
puzzle
takes the
with a
bait.
lock. Oh. Yeah, on Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, luckily the kids are in school. Well, when COVID isn't ravaging the school and they have to shut it down. So I managed to get a bit of gaming in, but I'm probably only going to be on for another 25 minutes or so. But then I imagine I'll be doing more Dark Souls later with TP, assuming he hasn't run off ahead again. What an idiot! But oh, right. So I know you were asking before, Cringelord, about like what's top 5 games from the past like 2 years. If we were to look at what's the best games ever, top 5, I mean even that's hard. But Dark Souls, I'm not sure which one, but one of the Dark Souls is definitely up there. I really like Suikoden or Suikoden. That's a really old JRPG game. I used to love JRPGs when I was a kid, but these days I got into a debate on Reddit about like how I find voice acting in JRPGs has kind of ruined it a bit. Go on, turn it! Put you back into it!
I can't shoot
no.
this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Need a tool. Yeah, so Suikoden's up there. Resident Evil, definitely. Yeah, guides are a godsend. I mean, without a guide, I would not have made it through Song of Horror. I had to give up on Legend of Grimrock because that was... Oh, I think Squidgy was on that one as well. I was dying inside. Oh my god. Yeah, Suikoden was... Because Suikoden as well, it was kind of like the noir to some extent of JRPGs because it had... Don't get me wrong, all JRPGs, they have like this cutesy wrapping around sometimes an intricate story. And most of the times it's like the farmer boy trope of, oh look, I'm a bit of an idiot and I've become the saviour of the world or whatever. And you're like, oh, well, that's cool. But in Suikoden it's more like, well actually the world and the politics are tearing it apart. Sorry, the powers that be and the politics and stuff are kind of ruining the world. And because there's a rebellion, there's the whole political element of it. And then your friends are always caught in the middle of things. And Well, I won't spoil it, but there's some really good topics and characters in that. And even though it looks all cutesy, like, you have to go fight your dad at one point in one of the Suikoden games, and they can be quite emotional. And I really like them. Apart from Suikoden 4, we won't speak of Suikoden 4. Yes, exactly, that was it. Like, you'd have like all the happy castle music. Oh, there we go, get the wrench. And yeah, you'd be able to. You'd even do like little cooking events, and like they'd put on plays in your castle. And oh, it was delightful. Suikoden 2 is my favourite. That was just perfection. Yeah, I've got Notepad++ for that, and I've also got a window which is currently showing me 2020 in video games. After trying to answer the previous question, but I do sometimes have a guide on standby. But that's only for these puzzly games. Like Dark Souls, I don't need a guide. I know what I'm doing in that. Or like Earth Defense Force, you don't need a guide for that. Just point your gun and shoot. Snake. Well, I guess we at a stretch, Kirsty. I would say the Metal Gear Solid's a very good one, but I don't think that's top 5 for me. What would the other two be on there? What were the other two? I really like Baldur's Gate, the first one. That was very good. Is it top 5? Oh, I don't know. You're asking the real questions now. What was I even doing in there? I did that. What was that for? What was that for? I turned that. That puts the water on. I can maybe go back and speak to the lady now. Maybe she'll tell me where to go. Who knows?
With the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this.
Oh yes, that's it. Go Pestra.
I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
Yes.
I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying.
Oh, I see what you've done there, Kirsty.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Just slide in. Oh, I'm a mod. I'm a mod.
And hold your tongue this time.
Because it doesn't explicitly say that I'm one, but I am. Yeah. Right, yeah, go Pestra. I'll just watch. Bite.
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
But
Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I'd never played that one.
The missing files must be hid the Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Right, what other stuff have we got? Come on! Damn it. Maybe in his drawers. His precious drawers. Or not.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Oh no! We've reached the puzzle point.
I've unlocked something.
Oh, look at that!
Files.
Oh, I didn't even need a guide! Oh, yes. There we go. And we're going to be super stealthy and play a recording now.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins.
Prince of Persia Sander's Time was really good. I like that. I'd done the PS2, I think.
What she calls the mythos. It goes without saying
Oh,
these
I'm actually in here.
are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
That's a bit of a red flag, that, isn't
Why
it?
does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key.
It's the squid oil that everyone's ingesting.
Found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
What? Why is there a... Whatever.
Why is Ethan on medication?
Oh, there we go, there we go. There's the other bit. There's the other bit.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
No, it's inspiring. Thanks for dropping by. And hope you managed to fit in that exercise you're after. Oh, I also meant to mention about your sauerkraut. I was looking back through the chat and I missed your sauerkraut. We'll talk about that next time. You go off and get your stuff done. But I want to know more about your sauerkraut next time. That was a previous stream we were on before this, by the way, on Dark Souls. But we were all talking about food and everybody was ravenous.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
I've got a lot of respect for speedrunners. I really enjoy sorry, I'll wait till he's finished. A nice guy, this one. Am I done? Done? Yeah, speedrunners. I really like games done quick. Like some games done quick and awesome games done quick. I really like speedrunning. I mean, I don't speedrun. I'm awful at games, so I'm like the opposite of a speedrunner. Oh, now I can look in there.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
But yeah, awesome games done quick and stuff. There's one of the guys who I watch occasionally, Bowie the Hero, and he does speedruns of Shining Force and Illusion of Time, well, Illusion of Gaia. And he's really good at like telling you about the lore of the games and how they found the glitch and stuff. I really like the kind of the where people impart the wisdom that they found, like, oh, we found out how to do this glitch, which lets us skip half the game and things. I find that stuff really interesting. The actual act of speedrunning just sounds frustrating to me. But the amount of effort that speedrunners have to put in, I mean, props to them.
Go back to the basement.
Back to the basement. It's like I used to be really good at back in the day. Really good at the original Resident Evil. I knew exactly where... even now I can kind of mentally map out the mansion in my head and remember the fastest ways throughs and which zombies to dodge. And I mean, now it wouldn't be fast at all compared to like Carcinogen and the real speedrunners. But back then, I used to be able to do it really fast. Like, it used to be a case of, I could sit down and just complete Resident Evil within a sitting, like a couple of hours, like an hour and a half or something. Whereas, like, most people probably be like 5-6 hours at least. Oh yeah, we used to do a lot of tabletops. D&D and Star Wars Saga years ago. We had a really long-running campaign. It was really good as well. I quite enjoyed DMing that. Because as you tell, I like to talk a lot, so it was quite good talking the D&D things. Just giving them huge amounts of random nonsense about the areas they were in and the NPCs. But Psychiatric Wing. Come on, brain, concentrate. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. But then we ran out of we just ran out of time. But people were... It was a struggle to schedule everyone. And one of my other friends decided to do like an offshoot campaign, and we kind of lost a bit of momentum on that. So a bit of a shame. I actually worked on a digital character sheet and play-by-post system years ago as well. Where like you could make your character online and then you'd have like not a tabletop system like Roll D20 or whatever it's called, but oh, this is open now, cool. But you could like do, it was kind of like more like a forum thing where you had like chats, a little bit like Discord really. But you can embed your character details in there and do your moves and things. But that was quite an exciting project many years ago. I mean, now everybody wants tabletop things, so it's a bit different. But I do really like tabletop RPGs. Although Pathfinder, I think, is probably... I haven't played that many of them, but Pathfinder was quite good. Oh, D&D 3.5 edition. 4th edition was okay, and I liked the Minion edition, but it kind of felt like they were trying to turn it into World of Warcraft.
Now that's
I haven't played
the
Cthulhu
very
one.
bit I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Oh no! Squid juice! I got turned into a squid. Oh no. This is who you normally play as, by the way. Maybe he hasn't seen the rest of it.
At least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around.
Oh, he's a good guy. He's fine. He's the owner of this shop.
Talk, filthy thief! I swear I'll shoot.
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead.
No,
He's not.
he was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
Oh, no, I haven't got the... Oh, damn it.
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say?
There's so many
Let's go
tabletop
back to the
systems,
start,
though.
Shall we?
Finding Greedo, my
Whose
friend
life
Pete,
did
who
the
watches.
Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than
Fine,
me.
you can wait. You can wait.
You might need my help.
Yeah, Pete. So who I used to work with. He plays loads of different tabletop systems. He was telling me about some of them. I was like, wow, I didn't even know there were settings for this sort of stuff. But yeah, crazy. I've not tried 5th edition. But yeah, I found 4th was okay. The minions, like I say, were a very good addition because I remember a few times it was kind of a case of, oh, I want this encounter to feel slightly epic, and we do more cinematic style encounters as well. I mean, the rules obviously we took them into account, but we had the rule of cool rather than rules as written. And yeah, throwing minions in was quite good because like they could charge in with like an axe and do like a crazy swing and decapitate like 3 things. I mean, sure, whatever. They're just minions. Just roll with it. We had one bit where we on the tabletop we'd drawn like a fish and put like a Superman symbol on it because they started surfing on a huge fish down a stream after blowing up a big boat with lightning. It was crazy times. I feel that some of us were slightly drunk as well.
All right.
You come with me, Algernon, whatever your
We
name
might
is.
need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Now go!
Thank you, Drake.
Go, my Hawkmen! And Jelly Wolf, if you haven't played Eternal Darkness, is that the name of the game? Squidgy will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the game, Eternal Darkness. It was on the GameCube. Give that a go. That is a delightful, sort of like Cthulhu-esque game with the old gods and things. And the game really has like some... it's got some tricks up its sleeve to keep you on edge. That's all I'll say. Oh, thanks, Kirsty. Sorry, I was just reading back to what you were saying there. Yeah, Eternal Fartness. Yeah, that's the one. I wouldn't say it's hard to play. It is frustrating at times though, because you're not sure
Is really here
where to go.
and alive.
It's very unique. Oh yes, this is what all this has been building up to. Yes, level 5. And let's spot hidden as well. I want all the hiddens, please. Yes. My whole life has led up to this investigation piece here. If anybody's going to be playing this in the future, by the way, so it didn't really tell me this, or I didn't really notice this early on, but investigation is pretty much always used for reading files or doing lockpicking. Spot hidden is you'll find little green bits dotted around, which will help with your investigation or getting to the next bit. Eloquence obviously is NPC interactions. Strength, I've not really used that much at all, but that's like hitting people, getting out of situations, or lifting things. Psychology is an interesting one, and I wish I'd put more points into that, but I didn't. Oh, is that a tabletop game or is that an actual video game?
Old diary.
I was saying this the other, well, pretty much every game, especially on Song of Horror. When I was playing that, I was like, oh, they could really do with doing a reimagination or a remaster of some kind of Eternal
Right.
Darkness
Enough time wasted.
or External Darkness.
Cthulhu needs me. I must find her.
Oh yes. Now we're in the same area. I can go and read all those medical books that were dotted around. I was like, why are they showing me all these medical books? Oh my god. Because one of those things with tabletops where, like, I remember the people who I used to do tabletops with, they were really into Star Wars, and I remember my stepbrother when I was younger used to play D&D a bit, and I was oh god, I've got to hide. Oh, I hate this mechanic. Metal Gear Cthulhu. And yeah, so I had a basic concept of what we had to do, but I was saying to them because they liked RPG games. So I said, well, look, hey, let's just have a try of doing D&D and things. And they're like, oh, I'm not too sure. So I said, well, look, there's a Star Wars one, Star Wars Saga edition at the time. I think they replaced it with another system. But yeah, so I convinced them to try Star Wars, and it was quite a good laugh. But John, who was the DM for it, he was very much a stickler for the rules. And we'd go into constant arguments because I'd be like, oh, I just want to do something cool, John. Let me do something cool. And he'd be like, you can't do that. You haven't got enough hacking skill. I just want to hack the droid. Let me hack the droid, John. Ah, but it was good times. And then we used that as like a gateway to get them into D&D. And we played Woofer as well. Woofer 3rd edition. That's Warhammer fantasy role-playing game. And that was interesting because with that you try and cast magic and suddenly you've spawned a demon who one-shots you. Come on, which door? Which door? So I'm not sure what the delay's like on Twitch and YouTube because it all goes through restream. So I assume that there should be a similar sort of lag, but. Oh god, which way am I supposed to go here? Maybe I've got to go through this way. Is this one open? Yes, I'll read the book. Of course I'll read the book. Oh, let's look at all them. Oh, we killed him! We killed him with that dagger. Shoved it right in his painting. One Piece! I started trying to watch that, I just couldn't. I had to mentally eject from that.
The Scylla is here, like in the vision. Colden came this way.
God, that is a bit of a delay. The thing is, from my perspective here, I've got 0 drop frames, and it's constant green. So it must be something on YouTube's end, I don't know. Because on Twitch, I've got it set for low latency. So
What the? Fuller.
everyone's on these sleeping pills. Oh yeah, the wild mages. Yeah, I never had one of them. But yeah, you'd accidentally cast like all manner of crazy spells. You're like, I just wanted to cast a cantrip, for God's sake. Right. Brain engaged. I need to get her, and she went downstairs, she went through there. Let's see, can I just run past that guy? Can I just go down here? Yes! Oh no! What the hell is happening?
What is happening to me?
Oh my god. My god, he's got synesthesia or whatever it's called. Where you taste colour
What was that?
and see music.
It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else.
Yeah, seems legit through there. No, no. Come on, let's go through another one. What? Oh. I thought there was a skull there. Fine, well those are no-go areas. You a no-go? Yeah, you're a no-go area. Well, that's bad. I don't have to keep going through here again and again.
What happened? Something has changed, but what?
Yes, the occult room. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Light's purple. Nothing there. Oh, Betrayal of House Hill's supposed to be really good. My friend Pete always tells me about that one. I think it was him who told me about it. I mean, I've done some tabletop RPGs, but I haven't really done many actual board games. TP got me the Game of Thrones board game years ago. And we spent more time trying to understand how to play it than actually playing it. That's the sign of a good game there, right? It's because I didn't have that PhD in puzzleology. Which is actually quite a hard word to say, now that I've said it a few times. Don't get... What do you want from me, squid gods? Oh. Through here.
Where have I seen
Yes.
this symbol?
This is just getting sketchier and sketchier. I can't go through that one. Can't go... No. No. I'm not going through a wall. Oh, I'm going to get the purple one again. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, my gateway into it all... I know I said my stepbrother used to do D&D, but before that... Hero Quest, if anybody remembers that, the board game. Hero Quest, the board game, was a really good kind of gateway into basic RPG mechanics. Oh my god. Where am I going? Wait, is that the same? No, that's a different one. Yes. So right, that's why you opened it in the other world. Is there anything you need to look at? To get... Right, I've got about 10 minutes and I literally have to leave. Like, drop tools, dive out of a window. Right, let's go get the other torch. Christmas is a great time for families to get together and play. Like, even if it's just Scrabble or something. Because day to day, most people are like, oh, I'm too busy doing things. I don't want to have to... Oh, I can't look at that. It's like, oh, I'm too busy to actually play stuff together. But then at Christmas, everybody makes the effort. Wait. Where was the thing leading me? Got an inspiring said on the previous stream, whenever I watch Dark Souls, people are always getting lost. And I feel in this case, in this game, whenever people watch, I'm always getting lost. Through there? I don't understand. What are you trying to tell me, squid gods? Oh, Monopoly is the finest of games. Oh, that does work on that, okay. Used to love Monopoly. Oh, Kirsty, have you ever played Cluedo with your husband? I don't know how, but he is like a world champion at Cluedo. I do not understand it. Either he's cheating or something else. But oh my goodness, he is on fire with it. Well, maybe one time we'll try, if there's a digital way of playing Cluedo, we'll see if we can get Rolf on to play Cluedo. And I don't know how he does it, but he just bullshits his way to winning all the time. Like, I barely know. I've got 2 clues, and he's like, oh yeah, it was Professor Pumpkin. Oh no, do I have to hide? That did not sound good. It's Professor Pumpkin with a turnip in the kitchen. Oh, it's probably his idea. I'm not sure I know I've got Cluedo Junior. Maybe Tom had it. I could also do with some lamp juice. Some lamp juice. Because my lamp's running, not this one, the other lamp's running out. Right, there's got to be another door somewhere that I've got to do my crazy purple beam thing on. No, it's not in there. I can't remember all the people. I just remember like Colonel Must and stuff. It'd be a person with an implement in a place. And that was it. Oh my god. Where am I going? I don't want to have to go to the other lamp because I haven't got any lamp juice and I'm going to die probably. Any juice? No, no juice there. £12. Oh, back to full lamp juice. It's pretty handy. Yeah, well maybe if it goes on sale. I really like the Town of Salem. Has anyone played that? That's quite a good game, Town of Salem. Can I? No, maybe I'll just go through here. Oh my god. I'm back here now. Oh no, my heartbeat's going. They're coming for me. Those eldritch horrors. But yeah, Town of Salem was an interesting one. I almost got the VR version of that as well. Are you pointing to that direction or from that direction? Come on, come on. No, where is it? Where is it? Oh no, I'm giving out a torch. I'm giving out a torch. I'm gonna die. No, 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 God. Dead. Right, I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna call it. Oh my god. But this is a great game. If anybody's been seeing this and you're like, this game looks like it might be okay, but you're really making it difficult, more difficult than it needs to be, 100% valid. Maybe if you were playing it, it would be a better game. but it is a good game. It is a good game. And it's easy enough that even if you're not a massive Cthulhu fan, you can just kind of ease into it. Just the investigative pieces by themselves and the character interactions are fun enough. The rest of it's just a bonus. So anyway, it's been good to have you on. I apologise on behalf of YouTube, Squidgy, for the immense delay that you incurred. Sorry about that. Cringe Lord, if you're still here, thanks for coming on. I'll hopefully see you again at some point. Jelly Wolfie, I hope that you had fun discussing and educating us on the world of tabletop RPGs. And Kirsty, who's a mod, by the way, in case she didn't say that enough, by the way, she's a mod. Thanks for being there doing mod stuff. And I'll see you all next time. Yeah, well, hopefully tomorrow I'll be on around the same sort of time, doing stupid stuff again. Who knows? But later on tonight, probably. I mean, I'm in the UK, so I generally play like 8 p.m. ish UK time in the evening, and Wednesday to Friday if the kids are in school, maybe like 10 to 2 ish. But later on, I think tonight's Dark Souls, if the kids go to bed nicely. We'll hope. Anyway, have a good day, everyone, and my thumbs up. I should really get like a little VTuber thing or something, just so people can see my thumbs being up. But I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Have a good one.